We can't wait. We can't wait until the next generation either, because they've got them. They've got them. They've got them believing in these principles already. Even if they don't, even if on the surface, if you were to ask them if they want to turn into a Marxist country, they would probably tell you no. But if it was done by stealth, I don't think they'd be able to tell the difference the way that we can. At least our generations, the ones before me. I think the one after me, but I don't think any after that are going to know the difference. So I'm with you 100%. I've been going to every single kind of meeting I can, and whether it be waving signs at them or bullhorning them or raising my hand or just being on the radio for 5 or 6 hours a day, I've been doing all them things because I think we're at the 0 hour. I think the banks were behind it because I believe that they're going to crash. Well, they have crashed all these systems, and I think that their replacement currency that's going to be tradable is going to be these carbon credit offsets or something similar to that, based on the environment is how I see it. So I see them as an integral piece of this whole problem, along with the Gaia worshiping Maurice Strong and his need for a totalitarian government like China to be over us. So I see that whole group as the problem, and time is very short.
Well, I think what the average person, listening here or listening to anything we do at Freedom Advocates, the course one needs to take are these. First, prepare yourself. By preparing yourself, I mean have barter, have a place where you're either growing food or you're working cooperatively with others so that you can get food should grocery stores dry up. You got to have defense, and you got to be out of debt. Okay, those are the first things that people need to do to prepare for the onslaught that is being prepared for us. Once you've got yourself in some kind of steady position, then you need to understand Agenda 21. Now, at Freedom Advocates, we've spent years creating tools for that purpose, from brochures to videos to audios, a lot of print material. We've got a very, very deep and thick website. But the pamphlets are the simplest thing that you can give to others, give to elected officials, give to friends, give to associates. Build a group in your town that understand Agenda 21, that recognize how your city officials have committed your community to Agenda 21, and begin the process of reversing that. That's where the real battle for the preservation of America needs to be fought, and anybody can fight it. Now, it's easier to fight it with a few others, but you can fight it as one person, because if you fight it effectively as one person, 1 turns into 5, and 5 turns into 50. So there are things that we can do. I recommend to people to go to our website, go to our neighborhood tools section, look at our pamphlets. Some of our videos can be very useful on community TV. I mean, get information out in your town. Begin to study your town to understand how exactly it is that Agenda 21 is coming in. Once you understand what Agenda 21 is, that will be easy. I can go into any town in America and, with a couple hours study, I can give 5 or 6 examples anywhere of how it is in that town or that county. You can find it. You can work with our office. They can confirm for you, that you're on the right track. You need to spread the word, get the information out, take back your town, find other towns that have been taken back, and here we go. If we don't do that, prepare yourself for the worst. My point was simply that you got to take the battle to home. You got to recognize the indicia. You got to make other people aware of that indicia, and eventually you got to take your town out of the control of the Democrat and Republican Party operatives who are running it now. I'll just give one point, short radio show, one point to evidence how the Republican Party, the least offensive, people might say, as between the two when it comes to globalism. But the Republican Party is a member, a leading member, of the International Democrat Union, IDU.org. You can go to the IDU, and what you'll find when you get there is that the former Prime Minister Howard in Australia leads the IDU, but other leaders in the IDU, pictured up on the banner, is George Bush Sr., and Haley Barbour, governor of Mississippi, is another IDU leader. Now, the IDU, the International Democrat Union, is a consortium of 80 political parties from around the world who define themselves as right of center, whatever that means. The IDU, in its purpose statement, says that the purpose of the IDU and its membership is to bring about the universal adoption of the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. This is the declaration that says, no, you don't have unalienable rights. Your rights are inalienable. Inalienable means they come from government.
Yep.
This is what the IDU and the GOP are all about. So when you understand that the political parties and the leaders we're electing, the leaders we hope to replace Barack Obama, are committed to a one-world government where you don't have unalienable rights, I say, holy smokes, we're in a deep hole. We got a lot of climbing to do to get out of this deep hole. We need to stop digging. That means Republicans, Democrats. I think there's a whole lot of Republicans and Democrats who are good people who will simply walk away once they understand the commitment of their parties to this globalist order.
Is it because they don't know any better, or is it that they fully believe that that's the best way to go?
Well, it can't be the latter, because who can really believe killing off 85% of the population, destroying free enterprise, and changing our system of justice away from equal justice is a good thing? Nobody's going to contend that. Congress people do that because they know if they don't do that, they lose their party support. So what we have in Congress are a bunch of weaklings who will do what they have to do to keep their highfalutin job. And when it comes to having to disclose to America the contractual commitments this country has made to enter the New World Order, they're just silent.
Yeah, that actually shocked me right there that all the Congress members know exactly what's in Agenda 21.
They support. I didn't say they know it. They support it. There's a big difference.
Oh, okay. Still, I figured a good portion of them were completely ignorant of it, because they have to have seen some of the videos. I mean, Agenda 21 is a hot topic on a lot of the social media sites, and you almost can't go through the popular sections without seeing at least one or two videos on the subject of either population control or Agenda 21. And, it caught me, and when I saw it, I ran with it. And that's shocking to me to hear that. But, we put a lot of Campaign for Liberty candidates on our station because, personally, I'm of the opinion that I believe it when they said that they control both sides of every debate, and they control the outcome. And I thought the only way around that is to get in people that aren't part of one or the other party that they control. And so I support a lot of the third-party candidates. And while for a while that didn't look like it was too successful, this year it's really starting to look like we're breaking through with folks like Deborah Medina and Janie Germond and a couple others. They actually have a shot at winning, and I think maybe that is a more longer-term solution than of course the immediate of going down and getting involved with the meetings.
Well, I tell you what, if you don't get involved with the meetings, we are going to be buried before we can get out of this hole. If you think you can elect somebody to Congress and this problem will go away, you're mistaken. Because one district might elect one person who would get up on Congress and talk about Agenda 21. But still, the global to local outbreak is happening in every town USA. It has got to be at the local level where the mayors and the county commissioners know that they're finished if they are associated in any way with the globalist program of Agenda 21 Sustainable Development. I'm all for people running for Congress who are independent, not members of Democrat or Republican parties. But if they're not talking Agenda 21, so what? And many of these third-party candidates don't know Agenda 21. So, gentlemen, that's our job, is to make sure that all people of goodwill know what we are threatened by, and they have some idea of what it is they can do to counter it. And that doesn't just rely on somebody get elected to Congress. That relies on everybody in their home understanding this dynamic and demanding something different from their local officials.